What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to start this video off with talking about the Rising Stars game as well as our current ladder challenge. So if you guys are following me on Instagram, then you realize yesterday we started up a ladder challenge. It was a $25 start. We're going all the way up to 10,000 and then up to 100K if the cards fall in our favor. Now, looking at the start of our ladder challenge, last night was day one. $25 to win $34.29. We took the Lakers money line. Let me talk about the rules for this ladder challenge. So the rules are $25 start. We go all in every single day, and then we can play any line up to minus 500. Minus 500 is bad of a payout as we can go. Anything up to that number counts. The average just has to be at least minus 500. So if I play minus 269 today and tomorrow I want to do a minus 600 play, I can do that because they would average out to be better than minus 500. So those are the rules. We have to hit, I think, 18 slips in a row to make it to 1,000 at minus 500. Let me check that just to be sure. So 18 in a row at minus 500 is going to be 1K. 31 in a row gets us to 10K. Can we do it? I don't know, but we are going to try. So if you guys are not following the Instagram, go follow the Instagram. It's shown down at the bottom of the screen, Ryan Fantasy Aces on IG. Follow me there. It is also posted in the Discord. I'll go ahead and show you guys in the Discord that it was posted right here. Cash day one, and I did post it yesterday at 153. $25 ladder challenge posted on Instagram. There you go. So anyways, that is in the Discord if you want to be there. The Discord is free to join. Link is down in the description. I just wanted to get that out of the way. Now, you guys already know we do not have any more NBA other than the All-Star games, celebrity games, Rising Stars games, things like that until next Thursday, I believe. So all we have is college basketball. So if you are interested in betting on college basketball or hockey or whatever other sports are going on other than NBA, then make sure you guys are joining the Discord because we have been crushing it on college basketball. So this is a college basketball slip right here. Is $100 to win 374, 100% boost, little 5-man slip that we locked in. That one cashed. My dad's been posting a lot of college basketball. We got right here Wisconsin Green Bay from last night, $360 risk wins us 300. We had USC plus 7.5, 440 to win 400 that cashed. And I'm sure there's other ones from a couple of days. It's just from the last 2 days from college basketball. College basketball has been doing good. There's Purdue money line. Had Purdue 250 to win 510. I actually played that one myself on the bet tracker. But regardless, guys, it is there in the Discord if you do want to join. I do have to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of our VIP. So if you're new to the channel, I do this in every single video. If this video gets 250 likes, I will randomly select a comment with the comment picker to win free VIP, and you can get every single one of the plays I just showed you. So make sure you guys are leaving a like. Make sure you're leaving a comment. Make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not subbed already. We're over 41K. I'm super appreciative. The goal is 50K. If you guys can help me get there, I would be so thankful, and I'll do a giveaway as well at 50K. But let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday. Winner is going to be for Cortez Logan, who said, let's get to the money. Well, Logan, I hope you had a great day yesterday. Send me a message on Discord. I will get you added for that free month of VIP. And like I said, just send me a message on Discord and we'll get you going. But that being said, guys, let's talk about these games. Now, I'm going to have some slips for this. I'm not going to go super heavy on the Rising Stars. Prizepicks has a celebrity game, the celebrity three-point contest. You got Drewski on here. Like we got some options, or we have some options in terms of betting on these all-star games. And a lot of the apps don't have it. Prizepicks is one of the better apps for stuff like this. So that is why I'm showing Prizepicks right now. But I do want to say, we're going to have some slips of this. If you want to get all the slips that we play, WAP links down in the description. Right now, it's $10 a week or $25 a month. Prices are going to go up. If we've been this way, if we've been this price for 4 years, we try to keep it cheap, try to keep it at least comparable to other platforms. Right now, we're way too cheap compared to anybody else. If you get in right now and lock in your spot, your price won't go up. If you wait another couple of months, it's probably going to be a little bit higher than it is now. So right now, it's $10 a week, $25 a month, 20% off with code NBA. So you can get it for $8 a week if you want to do that. But anyways, that is down in the description as well. I just wanted to give you guys that disclaimer beforehand. That way you guys know that prices soon will be going slightly up. But anyways, let's talk about these Rising Stars games. Like I said, Prizepicks is one of the better platforms to get most of these props. I can't pull up Outlier. I can't pull up something like Props Madness. There's no app that I know of, a research tool in terms of looking at these players and being able to see all their stuff from the season. So right now I have ESPN pulled up. I can click the player and I can see their stats. So this video is going to be a little bit sloppier. It's going to be a little bit quicker. There's not a whole lot we need to go for. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a player from each team. So there are 4 teams for the Rising Stars if you want to know how this works. There's the rules. So we have Team Carmelo Anthony. So Team Melo. There's his team. We have Team T-Mac, Tracy McGrady's. This is his team. We have Team Vince Carter right here, and then Team Austin Rivers right here. So in my personal opinion, this is the weakest team. Austin Rivers obviously doesn't have the strongest team. In my personal opinion, either Vince Carter, I think Tracy McGrady's team is good too, but also Carmelo Anthony doesn't have a bad team. Carmelo Anthony's got some really good players. If Cooper Flagg wasn't injured, Carmelo Anthony would probably be my pick. But without Cooper Flagg, man, I'm kind of looking at Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter in terms of who I think wins it all. But that's what they have. You have 4 teams. They're going to be playing in single elimination. There's going to be the semifinals rounds, then the finals round. So the rules are set right here. The way this works, Team A faces Team B in the first game. Then Team C plays Team D, and it's game 2. And the winner of 1 and 2 fight each other. They brawl it out on the court, boys. But they play each other in game 3, which is the championship game. This is how the rules work in terms of points. In the semifinal games, they score 40 points. So the first team to hit 40 wins. For the championship game, it's the first to hit 25. So the first one to go over 25. So you have 65 points total in the 2 games for these players. So depending on which team wins. So the point lines are obviously going to be very, very low. They're not going to have a ton of scoring in this game. These players' lines are very difficult. This isn't a place where you're just going to get like some great value and find players who have an 80% hit rate on the season. That's not how this works. So obviously, these are going to be educated guesses. I'm going to take my opinion from each team. I'm going to give you 2 players from each team that I like, and you guys can make your best judgment on that, and I'll give you some examples of some slips that I would run. So looking at the first team that we have, it's going to be Team Carmelo Anthony, Team Melo. You have Reed Shepard, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Jeremiah Fears, Klingon, and then Colin Murray Boyles, and then Ace Bailey as well. So Cooper Flagg obviously injured, not playing. So this is his starting lineup right here. This is his roster. Pretty strong team. Reed Shepard, very, very good scorer for the Rockets. You can take a look at him for the season. You can see last few games, he's been playing pretty big minutes, 20 to 30 minutes per game. 17 points his last game versus the Clippers. 16 points the game before that. 16 points the game before that versus OKC. So putting up good numbers. Decent amount of shot volume, and this is versus pretty strong defensive teams. So Reed Shepard, obviously a great pick from this team in my opinion. Going to be one of their lead scorers in my opinion. Then you have Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper. Now both these players play for the Spurs. I think there's going to be a lot of chemistry here. Dylan Harper, very good at getting assists. We can take a look at Dylan Harper on the season. You can see his we'll just look at last 5. We're not going to look at the whole season. But last 5 games, averaging around 20 to 30 minutes per game. And you can see 8 assists, 6 assists, 5 assists, 5 assists, 2 assists. So he's putting up some decent assist numbers. Decent point numbers as well. More than double-digit points in every single one of these games except for 1. These are against some decent teams as well. Putting up good minutes, good shot, or decent shot volume, almost 10 field goals per game. So Dylan Harper, definitely a player that can put up the points. But he can also facilitate to other players like Stephon Castle. When you look at Stephon Castle, dude's averaging 16.5 points per game on the season. Now, he does get quite a few assists as well, 4, 7, 12, 6, and 4, so it can work vice versa. You could see Stephon Castle passing the ball a lot to Dylan Harper, maybe, but he's putting up 8, 2, 40, 18, and 14 points in his last 5 games. So 40 points versus Dallas. This guy has a high ceiling. He could put up a lot of shot attempts, but obviously this game he played 12 minutes. He only put up 1 field goal attempt, so we'll see what happens. In terms of my favorite players from picking this game, I'm looking at either Reed Shepard and Reed Shepard or Stephon Castle mainly. I do like Fears and Donovan Klingon as well. Klingon's played 2 back-to-backs, or he's on a back-to-back. 3rd straight games, what I'm trying to say. He played on the 11th, and he played last night. Played versus the Jazz last night, and then played versus Minnesota. So, and these are in Utah and Minnesota. A lot of traveling going on. He's played 31 minutes last night, 28 minutes the game before. He dropped 23 points last night. He's putting up big numbers as well. Obviously, he's not going to be a guard. He's going to be playing pretty much center position. So, a lot of different looks from the rest of these players in terms of playing as the big. So, maybe Klingon could be the guy to go to. But looking at the points lines, so I'm going to see if I can, let's see if I can do this Team Melo. Let's see if I can search just Melo. All right, so this is Team Melo. This is what we got. Klingon, Harper, Fears, Reed Shepard, and then Stephon Castle. 8.5 points for Castle, 6 points for Shepard, 5.5 Fears, 4.5 Harper, 5.5 Klingon. I'm at a loss on this one. I like Castle. Castle has to score 9 points. 9 points is going to be a lot when the total's 40 in game 1. So you have to realize that this is going to be a very risky play. Castle, I think, is going to be the guy who puts up a lot of the shot volume. I do. But it would not surprise me if Castle just facilitated and Dylan Harper was the guy who got a lot of shots too. So this could be a very sneaky line at 4.5, and I'll probably throw something on it. But then you got Klingon, 5.5. 3 buckets for Klingon is not that many. We've seen what he's done the last couple of games. He's been playing very, very good ball. You got Fears. Fears can put up some good points as well. It makes it very tough. This team has a lot of mouths to feed. Fears averaging over 10 points a game in his last 5 games, putting up 30 minutes per game, playing with a team that has a lot of mouths to feed already. The Pelicans have a lot of players that shoot a lot of shots, so putting up points like this, 20 points versus the Kings, is very good for Fears as well. So this team specifically is a team to where you could honestly argue any player. My 2 favorite props are probably going to be Reed Sheppard. I think Reed Sheppard's going to be a lead scorer. He puts up a lot of three-point attempts. I think he's going to be a guy that can cash us out. So Reed Sheppard, you can take a look at his last 5. 17 points, 16 points, 16 points in his last 3 games. 10 3-point attempts in his last game versus the Clipper. Dude can take a lot of threes. He shot 50%. Wouldn't be surprised if he brought that into this game and took a lot of 3 points as well. So I think Reed Sheppard's going to be a good scorer for 6 points, 3 buckets, 2 threes, and he at least pushes. So I'm thinking a push is definitely possible here. He may not cash this. He might not go over, but 6 is still a line that's okay for a push. At 5.5, I would really, really like that line. And then for my second play, I have Castle. But these 4 are kind of, I like them about the same. I like Klingon. I don't like, the only thing about Klingon is he's on his 3rd game in a row, which maybe he doesn't try to be a lead scorer. He might be dude's going to be tired, dog tired. But I'm just going to say Castle. Castle for 9 points, and then Sheppard for 6 points are my 2 favorite scorers in this one. This one's tough. Like I said, it's tough. It's hard to get a good read on this one and any of these. If you think that Dylan Harper is going to be the guy for 5 points, 5 points is not a lot. 40-point total in this game. So just be careful because, for all we know, one player can score 20 points and then the rest get like 4. So, just be careful on that. But those are my 2 picks for the Carmelo Anthony team. It's just going to be, I guess, Stephon Castle and Reed Sheppard are going to be my favorite 2 picks. Next pick, we have Team T-Mac, Team Tracy McGrady, Con Knuppel, Khalil Ware, Trey Johnson, Jalen Tyson, Zach Ricochet, Cam Spencer, Bub Carrington. So they had Alex Sarr and A.J. Mitchell who are not going to be playing. These are pretty much backup guys. Neither of them are playing. So right out the bat, Con Knuppel is probably going to be the main guy in my personal opinion. His line is sitting at, let's pull up Team T-Mac. So let's do that first. So we got Team T-Mac, and these are the players. So forget Mac McClung. Let's just do T-Mac. All right, there we go. Team T-Mac pulled up. So right now, Con Knuppel, same line as Castle, 8.5 points. He's got to hit 3 threes. I think Knuppel does it. Now let's talk about Con. So Con is playing on a team right now. You have LaMelo Ball, you have Bridges, you have Miller, you have Diabate. You have so many mouths on the Hornets, and this guy is probably going to win Rookie of the Year. He's averaging 19 points per game on a team with that many good scorers. Now, this team he's playing on tonight, Team T-Mac, also has a lot of good scorers. You can't deny that. Zach Ricochet plays for the Hawks. He can definitely facilitate. I don't think he's going to be one of the lead scorers tonight. Jalen Tyson definitely can put up some big points, and so can Khalil Ware. So in terms of points, I'm looking at Con, Khalil, or Con, Ware, and Tyson. Those are the 3 I'm looking at. So let's pull up Con Knuppel. He's averaging 19 points per game. You look at his last 5 games, 18, 20, 23, 24, 17 points per game, averaging over 12 or more field goal attempts every single one of these games. 3-point attempts, 7+, double digits in a lot of these. Con's most likely going to shoot, I would assume, 4 or 5 threes in this game. That's what I'm guessing. It could be 3 or 4, but if he shoots that kind of volume, I'm willing to take a risk on him for 9 points. He drops 3 threes on us and hits those. He cashes us easily. He could be one of these where he hits 2 threes in a bucket and hooks us. It definitely can happen. These lines are very high. They're very sharp. 8.5 points I'm willing to take. So Con Knuppel, 8.5 is going to be my first pick. And then the second pick that I have down is Jalen Tyson. Now, I got Jalen Tyson at 5.5 points, 3 buckets. He plays for what happened? He plays for the Cavs, obviously. I do like this line for him at 5.5. Looking at how he's been playing, 7, 16, 10, 17, and 18 points in his last 5 games for the Cavs. He's been one of those guys a lot of the guys in the Discord have been on because he's been so hot lately in terms of scoring. 13, 8, 10, 12, and 6 field goal attempts in his last 5 games, putting up 9 threes versus the Nuggets. The guy's also another player that can take a lot of shot volume, and 6 points is not a lot for a guy who can take those kind of shots. Now, what worries me in this game is that you got a lot of young players who are probably trying to show out, trying to make their rookie debut in the Rising, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to maybe potentially ball hog. I don't know if they're really going to play to win. If they're going to play to try to look good. One reason I went with Con playing for Rookie of the Year. He's probably going to win Rookie, or I think definitely since Cooper Flagg's out, Rookie of the Year. Con Knuppel right now. So I do think he's going to have a good game for that reason. I think they will give him his opportunities. But I think Jalen Tyson or Ware is kind of the other go-to here. And I'm going with Jalen Tyson here. I think Tyson's my second play. So Con Knuppel, Jalen Tyson are the two I'm looking at for here. So you got 5.5 for Tyson and 8.5 for Con. Con's is very high, like I said. If you'd rather play somebody else, make sure just trust your gut on that. Those are my two picks. Next one, Team Vince. So Team Vince Carter. We have VJ Edgecombe, Derek Queen, Keyshawn George, Buzelis, Igor, Cedric Coward, and Jalen Wells. Now, this team, I think, has a very strong chance. Now, let's look at who's playing first. So, right now, we have Team Melo versus Team Austin Rivers. Team Melo wins this game by far, in my personal opinion. So, the next one that we're going to have is going to be Team Vince versus Team T-Mac. So, these two teams are playing. The winner of... I did do that right. Yeah. The winner of this game wins it all, in my opinion. That's what I'm thinking. So, well, I say that, but I think Team Melo kind of walks Team Austin River. We'll go over that in a minute. So, anyway, this is a strong team. VJ Edgecombe, Derek Queen, Buzelis, and Keyshawn George are the four that I'm looking at right here. VJ obviously playing for the Sixers. Started the season off extremely hot. Was looking like a very, very good Rookie of the Year candidate. He kind of fell off. Now, you look at his last 5 games, he's been playing well. He's averaging, or he had 14, 11, 5, 19, and 25 points in his last 5 games, which is very good, averaging over 10 field goal attempts per game. Some of these games getting close to 20, shooting 5+ threes in most of these games. So, dude takes a lot of shot volume, probably one of the guys I'd be looking at in terms of this one. Derek Queen, Keyshawn George, those are 2 players that Keyshawn George really has been kind of one of the go-to guys for the Wizards. Now, it's the Wizards, not a whole lot of talent right now that he really has to compete with, in my personal opinion. But he has had 17 and 13 points in his last 2 games. Now, Keyshawn George, I think, has a chance to cash his line. Let's pull this up. Let's pull up Team Vince. So, Keyshawn is at 5.5 points. When I look at Keyshawn at 5.5, then I look at Buzelis at 5.5, and I'm like, which player would I rather play at 5.5? It's got to be Buzelis. Buzelis for the Bulls has been a strong player as of lately. 15, 18, 21, 18, 22, averaging over 13 field goal attempts per game, almost 10 threes per game. Like, the dude has been a freaking monster lately. He's been one of those guys you can bet on most games, and he hasn't let you down. Now, I like Buzelis here. Buzelis is probably my favorite pick for this team. I think he's going to come out here, and I think he's going to show out. 6 points is not a lot for him. That's probably one of my favorite plays on this slate in terms of rising stars. So give me Buzelis, 5.5 points is my first pick. Second pick I ended up going with was VJ. I took VJ for 6.5 points. So that's who I'm taking for 6.5 points. I think VJ's kind of going to be on that ball hog status a little bit, and I think that 7 points is not going to be a lot for a player playing like that. Now, you do have Derek Queen as a runner-up. Derek Queen and Keyshawn George definitely have their chances. Queen for the Pelicans has been very, very good. Queen 12, 8, 17, 6, and 16 points in his last 5 games. Been putting up some pretty big numbers. Probably going to be, or obviously, center position. Been doing well in terms of playing for the Pelicans. So I don't hate the Keyshawn or the Derek Queen argument if you wanted to take them for this game. But for me, it's Buzelis and VJ. Those are the 2 players I'm looking at, and those are the 2 players I'm going to lock in. So I'll go ahead and start picking these players and putting the ones I like on the board. So we had VJ and Buzelis. We had Castle and Reed Shepard. We had Con, and then we had Jalen Tyson. So those are the picks we have already. This is $20 to win $500, by the way, if they cash. But that's 2 players from each team. Do not play them this way. I don't know why I'm doing it this way. This is probably the most unorganized way I could possibly do it. But we got 6 players. We have 8 overall. I'm just going to clear this. Let's just go back to what I was doing, and then we'll make slips here in a minute. But that's what I got for Team Vince. Last one's Team Austin. This, in my opinion, is the weakest team. You got Sean East from the G League coming up. He's averaging 18 points per game. I don't know much about this guy. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how good he is. He's averaging 18 points per game. So how's he going to come and play in this Rising Stars game? I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. You can't even bet on him. So we can pull up Team Austin. You have Elijah Markin, Tristan Newton, Ron Harper, and then McClung. So we can't even look at Sean East right here. Ron Harper's kind of the only one I'm looking at on this team. There's not really much that I really like on this team. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking at Ron Harper for 6.5 points. I think that's a lot. This is probably my least favorite one, but That's who I picked from Team Austin. If Sean East was on here for 6.5, I'd probably play him. But because I do think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder, like I said, and come out here and try to score. So, but Ryan Harper's the one I'm looking at right now for Team Austin. We'll see. 6.5 points is still a lot. If I had to fade one play, it'd probably be this one. So let's talk about the other plays that we had. We had Con 8.5 points. You compare him with whoever you want. I would pair Con with probably, I want to say Castle. I probably play the two high scores together, honestly, that way, because I think these are the two riskiest, just because 8.5 points is going to be a lot for a 40-point game. We're betting on these players to score pretty much a quarter of the points. I think they're going to put up a lot of shot volume. You could take Knuppel and pair him with like Reed Shepard or something. I don't think that's bad either. You could do it this way. And these are all going to be 3x slips if you double them up. So you can do it like this. You could play them in flexes. You could do like Castle right here, and then do say Buzelis and put them in a flex play. And then if you hit 4 plays, it's a 6x. Hit 3 plays, it's a 1.5x. You could do something like that. You could take one of them off and run a 3-man flex if you wanted to, where it's 2 correct plays, you get your money back, 3 you cash. You can run them however you want. But we had Con Knuppel, we had VJ Edgecombe, we had Reed Shepard, Stephon Castle, Buzelis, and Jalen Tyson from the first 3 teams. So you can run with any of these players you want, mix and match them how you want. That's what I like. I'm not going to try to sit here and create 15 different slips. I'm going to be playing some different combinations with these slips. I'll probably run like round robins or something. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this yet. There's a lot of players here and a lot of different opportunities you can make. We do, like I said, 4-man flexes. You can run them in a 6-man right here if you want to for fun, but you have 2 players from each team for points in a 40-point game. I don't think that's smart to put them in a 6-man. I would not play the 2 players from the same team on the same slip. Fade them. Mix them up, 1 player from a different team. So if you want to do a player from Team T-Mac, a player from Team Vince, and a player from Team Melo, and put them together that way and just do 2 3-mans, you can. You can do them in 4-mans if you want, but I just don't recommend it. So that's my personal opinion. But that's what I got for today, guys, in terms of the Rising Stars. Now we can come over here and we can look at the celebrity game. Man, I don't know anything about these guys playing basketball. I don't want to like try to bet on this. I mean, the celebrity 3-point contest, same thing. I don't know. Can Drewski hit 3.5 first round 1 points? I don't know, man. Can he? So I'm probably not going to bet on the celebrity. I might for fun just have like a slip or something, but it's not going to be anything where I'm realistically trying to make money. I do think the Rising Stars, there's some potential to make some profit tonight, and that's why I went with that. But that's what I got for today, guys. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, go do so. If you haven't joined the Discord, go do so. We'd love to have you in there. Hope you guys have a great day. I know I rambled a lot in this video, but in reality, man, there's not really much more I can do because I can't pull up anything to show you guys. So it's pretty much just me rambling, giving you my thoughts on the Rising Stars game. I'm going to do the same thing for the dunk contest and the 3-point contest tomorrow. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Be ready for that video and be ready for our All-Star video for Sunday. But hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.